Hi, everybody. This is Adam H. Cole, your couples financial counselor and money and relationships expert. I help couples who love each other to make sure that the money conversation does not get in the way. And if it has, I help them heal their relationships to both money and each other so that they can have more peace and love. If that sounds like you, then keep watching. Today is going to be a special video. We're going to talk about going from fear to desire around your money and in your relationship and in your life. And normally, when I share a video, excuse me, like this, it's something I like to feel that I have some mastery over so I can really share it. And with this video is a little different. I have some mastery in it, but I'm also still exploring it as well. And honestly, both can be true. And if you stay to the end, you're going to know how to move from fear to desire around your money and relationships in life and what that looks like. And if you stay to the end, I'm also going to give you something that I know you're going to love. So, what does this look like? Because I see this a whole lot with clients. A lot of people don't even realize how reactive they are in their day-to-day lives and how much they're stuck in fear rather than desire. And this could be also fear or shame or worry, anxiety, anything kind of in that realm. And I remember being on a call with a potential client once, and when I asked her what was going on in her life, she was able to tell me all of the things that weren't working very readily. And when I said to her, well, what is it you actually would want in this area of your life? There was some silence on the other end, and she kind of went, like, nobody ever asks me that. I don't even know if I know. Right now, if that resonates with you, you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that for whatever reasons, as humans or the current society we have, we are so much more focused on our anxieties and what we fear. Now, how this showed up for me personally was when I would look at my finances, especially as I was starting this business, I would always do this calculation of like, how many more months worth of money do I have until I run out, right? And whatever that number was, whether it was 0 or 50, it was like wherever that number was at, that was just an anxiety creating conversation. Now, it's not that you shouldn't be looking at that at all. The way that I think about it is, well, what percentage of my time am I spending doing that calculation to just understand where I'm at? And how much time and energy am I spending on other things, other inquiries, other dreams? And I was at this wonderful Passion and Abundance workshop a while back, and I realized, oh my God, I'm spending 98% of my time focused on how much longer this money could last me if I didn't earn another penny, and when it's going to run out, and maybe 2% dreaming of what I'm up to and what I could build and what's possible and what I want. So I was like, you know what? I think that's actually got to be flipped. Do the calculation, figure out how much money you have for whatever things or if emergencies happen, and then leave that be, because that's not going to change by you worrying about it. And so for me, what happened is I started shifting over to thinking, well, what do I actually want? What do I want in my life that involves money that I don't currently have? And whether you believe it's like manifesting or just starting to think about things and then they start to come into your purview, either way, it started happening. I was like, you know what? I actually really want to explore the area that I live in while I live here, which is the Bay Area. It's gorgeous. It's also expensive, so I don't know if I'll live here forever. And I realized, okay, great. Go and sign up for some of those car sharing apps so you don't have to get Uber everywhere, because a lot of hikes and the beach, they're not so easily accessible by public transit. So that's been a huge, huge benefit to know I have the freedom to explore. Another thing is I wanted to have a second bedroom that I could use as an office and that I could go and have some quiet time and space. And then shortly after that, a friend offered up an old ottoman, and I was then able to take that and slide it into an area in my closet, because we have a big closet, where that now has created a second space, and I've even been able to take client calls from there, just get some peace and quiet. So it's not exactly a second bedroom, but it's been able to fill that void somewhat, right? And I've been able to expand in other ways, allow myself to enjoy through my budget and through making that all work through those structures, buying baseball cards, which is something I had a lot of shame about and hadn't let myself do for a long time, because I always thought it was a bad investment. Get massages, get personal training, sign up for the gym. All of these things were possible through that exercise and starting to vision about what I wanted. And I actually built out a really amazing spreadsheet. If you're interested in it, comment below and or send me a message. But basically the spreadsheet has a space to write out the things you want that you don't have, and then kind of calculate what that cost would look like on a month to month basis. And I use this to get an idea of where things are and then rank them in priorities. And so like maybe something that I really, really want, but it's $1,000 a month. And maybe there's something that I want almost as much, maybe not quite, but it's $50 a month. Well, maybe I can get that $50 a month thing immediately, right? And so I don't have to wait forever to have either one, or let alone both. So this is a really powerful exercise, and it's not just around your money, right? In your relationships, it's really important because there's a status quo for everything, whether it's what society says or what we've been taught through our family and experiences. And we can very easily default into that. Our brains kind of want the path of least resistance. And that's true in money, that's true in relationships, that's true in life. And what I really want to encourage all of you watching to do is just take that time for yourself, take that space, talk to that friend or counselor, therapist, coach, whoever will listen lovingly and supportively, or take out a journal or open a Google Doc and just write, and really give yourself some time and space to think about, well, what is it that I want? Because when we're coming from a place of fear, it actually occurs like restriction, like a vice grip to our partners. I've been there in my relationships, and I've seen it with other people. And what a beautiful breakthrough I had with a client just last week, when she was finally able to tell her partner what she wanted, because they've had debt and they've been struggling in certain ways financially. And so she always feels like it's irresponsible or a bad idea to ask for something more while they still have this debt. And so she's never opened up about what she really wants. And it was really special to create the space for her to acknowledge that to her partner. And she wants some wonderful, amazing things that would really create a new quality of life for her and would greatly enhance their relationship. So if you're watching, again, I want to just encourage you to take that time to really reflect on this. I'm actively doing this now in my life, and it's not always easy to know when something is driven by your fear or maybe trauma you've experienced in the past, any baggage you might have, bad experiences with money or in past relationships. However, the only way to really get to what you want is to start to think about those things, play with them, experiment with them, talk it over with the relevant person, or talk it over with anybody you can hear you listen. And then over time, the goal is to be able to step more and more into what it is you actually want for your life, what it is you actually desire to have, because there's a different feeling of aliveness when you have those things. I've experienced this. It's powerful, it's beautiful, and I want everybody out there to have it. So thanks again so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, of course, you can give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos in the area of money and relationships, and leave a comment below. You know, what is something that you maybe have been desiring, or that you realized while listening to the video, oh yeah, I haven't been willing to acknowledge that, but really that's something that I want. And like for me, I want to really take a bath today, so I'm gonna go do that after this video. But yeah, I know I said I have something for you at the end that I know you'll love. So check the description, and there's a link to the first step in my process. I want to show you how that looks. Okay, and I'm going to do it completely for free. So check the link in the description to be able to download and fill in your money and relationship story, a guide to understanding that. It's a really wonderful document, and it's inside of the work that I do to help people draw out their money story. And I mean draw that out in multiple senses. So this actually involves some art, and it's a really powerful exercise. You don't have to be an artist. I am more of a stick figure type of person, but it's a really powerful way to dive into your experience of something so that you can really get to the bottom of your experience and your mindset around money and relationships. This is going to give you a lot of freedom, a lot of power, a lot of self-understanding. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching. Hope you got a lot out of this video. And I'm Adam H. Cole, couples financial counselor, and I'll see you here next week. Thanks.